In this video, we will explore the history of Wells Fargo and its position as a leading financial institution. Wells Fargo is a multinational financial services company that has a long and storied history in the United States. Founded in 1852 as a small banking and express company in San Francisco, Wells Fargo has grown to become one of the largest banks in the world, with operations in more than 40 countries and assets of over $1.7 trillion as of 2021. However, despite its size and success, the company has faced a number of controversies and scandals over the years, including the revelation of widespread fraudulent practices in 2016. In this article, we will explore the history of Wells Fargo, its rise to prominence, and the controversies that have plagued the company in recent years. Origins of Wells Fargo. The history of Wells Fargo can be traced back to the California gold rush of the mid-19th century. At the time, the newly established state of California was experiencing a rapid influx of settlers and prospectors, all hoping to strike it rich in the gold fields. However, the lack of reliable transportation and communication systems made it difficult to move people and goods across the state. In response to this need, several entrepreneurs in San Francisco formed a partnership to provide express and banking services to the growing population. One of these entrepreneurs was Henry Wells, who had already made a name for himself in the express business by founding the American Express Company in 1850. Wells saw an opportunity to expand his business into the West and joined forces with two other businessmen, William Fargo and John Butterfield, to create Wells Fargo and Company in 1852. The company's main focus was to provide express delivery and banking services to customers in California, but it soon expanded its operations to other parts of the country, including the Midwest and the East Coast. Over the next few decades, Wells Fargo grew rapidly, thanks in part to its reputation for reliability and speed. The company was known for its iconic stagecoaches, which traveled across the country carrying mail, packages, and people. Wells Fargo also played a key role in the development of the telegraph system, which allowed for faster and more efficient communication between different parts of the country. In addition to its express and banking services, Wells Fargo also played a significant role in the mining industry. The company helped finance many of the early mining ventures in California, and it also provided transportation and other services to mining towns across the West. Rise to prominence. Throughout the late 19th and early 20th centuries, Wells Fargo continued to expand its operations and establish itself as one of the premier financial institutions in the United States. The company weathered several economic crises, including the Panic of 1873 and the Great Depression, and continued to grow and innovate. One of the most significant developments in the history of Wells Fargo was its merger with the Union Trust Company in 1923. The merger gave Wells Fargo access to new markets and helped to solidify its position as one of the largest banks in the country. In the post-World War II era, Wells Fargo continued to innovate and expand its operations. The company was an early adopter of computer technology and began using electronic data processing in the 1960s. It also expanded into new markets, including the mortgage and insurance industries. By the 1980s, Wells Fargo was one of the largest banks in the United States, with assets of over $50 billion. However, the company faced a number of challenges in the years that followed, including increased competition from other banks and regulatory changes that limited its ability to grow through acquisitions. Controversies and scandals. Despite its long history and success, Wells Fargo has faced several challenges in the past, some of which have had a significant impact on the company's reputation and financial performance. Here are some of the key challenges that Wells Fargo has faced. Sales practices scandal. One of the most significant challenges that Wells Fargo has faced in recent years is the sales practices scandal. In 2016, it was discovered that the company had opened millions of unauthorized accounts for its customers, resulting in significant fines, legal settlements, and a tarnished reputation. Regulatory issues. Wells Fargo has also faced significant regulatory issues, including fines and penalties related to mortgage lending practices, foreclosure abuses, and anti-money laundering violations. Leadership changes. In the wake of the sales practices scandal, Wells Fargo underwent a significant leadership change, including the resignation of its CEO and several other top executives. Cybersecurity threats. Like many other financial institutions, Wells Fargo has also faced cybersecurity threats, including data breaches and cyber attacks. Economic downturns. Finally, Like all financial institutions, Wells Fargo has faced economic downturns and market fluctuations that have affected its financial performance and stability. Despite these challenges, Wells Fargo has taken steps to address these issues and rebuild its reputation. The company has made changes to its leadership, operations, and culture, and has implemented new policies and procedures to prevent similar problems from occurring in the future. Overall, Wells Fargo is a strong company due to several key factors. Firstly, the company has a long history of providing a range of financial services to consumers and businesses, which has helped it establish a strong reputation and build a loyal customer base. Secondly, Wells Fargo is committed to putting its customers first, which has contributed to its high levels of customer satisfaction and loyalty. Thirdly, the company has demonstrated an ability to adapt and evolve with changing times, embracing new technologies and expanding its services to meet the changing needs of consumers and businesses. Fourthly, Wells Fargo has a strong brand that is recognized and respected around the world, which has helped it attract new customers and build a reputation as a trustworthy and reliable financial services provider. Finally, despite facing challenges in the past, Wells Fargo has taken steps to address these issues and rebuild its reputation, demonstrating its commitment to ensuring its long-term success. These factors, combined with the company's solid financial performance, make Wells Fargo a strong and reliable financial institution.